Hello everyone, Shinto Bean here playing some more Warhammer Combat Cards Campaign Mode. In this one we're playing once again as the Tau, this time against Chaos. We've got 200 points available, and the key word is Kroot. And we can unlock copies of the Krootox Rider, which is a pretty neat card. You can get quite a few copies of it, but of course you don't really have nearly enough to fill up 200 points worth of Kroot bodyguards. However, we do have a special limited time offer if we go over to the shop. And for 1600 plasma, you can get Anva and several new Kroots, including the Kroot Flesh Shaper. This one in particular is quite interesting. 21 point card with Medicae, and this is only the second Medicae card that Tau have, as far as I know. So, of course, Medicae, very valuable trait. It is a bit on the expensive side and does have a heavier melee attack, so not quite the most useful card in a lot of Tau decks, but could be an interesting addition to the Tau faction. We've also got the Krootox Rampager. Very cool looking card. This one has Furious Charge and a pretty big melee attack. We've also got this Kroot Carnivore with a Tangle Bomb Launcher. This is a cheap bodyguard with Fear. I think it's only the second Tau card with Fear, other than the big Lord of War. Some interesting new cards here. I'm going to go ahead and just buy this because I have plasma, and honestly, there are probably going to be a lot better things to spend plasma on, but just for fun, we're going to see how these Kroots do in action. So let's go ahead and unlock these cards here. So we're just going to go with Anva with a bunch of Kroot bodyguards. Alright, so this is the deck that I'm going with, and we've got 7 out of 8 bodyguards as Kroots. Just running through the list here. We've got the Kroot Tracker with Scout, but he debuffs melee. It's kind of a weird situational card. Then we got the Long Quill. This one actually used to be called the Kroot Shaper, and he's got melee Scout. Very good melee attack on this one. The artwork also changed. Rampager with Furious Charge, the Kroot Carnivore with Ranged Scout, the Kroot Hound with Furious Charge, and the Ravarna Battlesuit randomly. Just had to throw that one in there because, I mean, it combos pretty well with Anva, and we do want some firepower in here, so let's go ahead and deploy and see how the Kroot do. In an earlier match, I just discovered that apparently Skarbrand is now a bodyguard. We are up against Ahriman here, running only 5 bodyguards. This is level 12. So the final battle on the first day, I could deploy the Varna Battlesuit. That would be the smart thing to do, but I do just want to see how these Kroot do on their own. So we're just going to throw all these guys down. The enemy has dropped a Forge Fiend. So we got some pretty strong looking dudes here. We'll go ahead and throw down the Flesh Shaper, so get some healing on there. And yeah, it's looking pretty good so far. Yeah, I think the going against Chaos is actually pretty fun with Anva because they do have a lot of melee, strong melee units, which will hit you back and give you a really big buff to your melee attacks. Also, playing against the Mask is really fun as Anva because when you attack, oftentimes the enemy will attack you first, but that will end up giving you a boost to your attack before you guys are able to deal damage. So I think Anva actually does counter the Mask pretty well. So far, so good. We're taking these guys down. The Krootox Rider still has plenty of health left. And there's a Keeper's Secrets. Okay. Yeah, once the Psychers start coming out, that's going to be kind of painful. Poison, though, if we can... poison on the Krootox Rider would be perfect, but unfortunately, that doesn't really seem to be in the cards. Once again, we could just drop that Ravarna Battlesuit and blast the Keeper Seekers into oblivion, but we do want to just run all the Kroots here. So, Furious Charge taking down the Skull Cannon, and let's go with a ranged attack this time. Pretty good amount of damage there. And okay, I guess Ahriman's going to be deploying here. Fairly uneventful battle, but of course Psychers don't really activate Anva's special rule, so if the enemy has a lot of those, you're going to be hurting. But I think we can move the Krootox Rider over and let that one land the killing blow on Ahriman. They're just going to keep going Psychic, I'm sure, so... never mind, they're going melee! Goodbye, Krootox Rider. Well, it was nice knowing you. At least the Warshaper's still there. Alright, well... time to add insult to injury. We're going to drop the Kroot Hound, and that is going to be the thing that lands the killing blow on Ahriman. So 27 damage from that Furious Charge. And send in the Hounds. So yeah, Kroots able to do some damage there, getting through the Chaos Forces on day 1, no problem, even without the help of gigantic battlesuits. And it looks like, oh, well, good timing, we have a new blog post. It looks like there's a new modifier. I saw a preview of this. I think it's just basically like the Aura of Rage in Warp Storm, except this time it's for ranged, but... yeah, I'll cover that in another video. Anyway, Kroots are cool. Hope you enjoyed this one. Have fun with this campaign, and I will see you next time.